Hi, guys. There you is. There's my pop filter. Community. Hey, Maddie. Hi, New Mexico citizen. Hi, Evandrix. Hi, Eric. Wise guy. Fitzcam. Mike. Brad Ewing. Trucker Nation. Logan. Clap Nation. Clap them alien ass cheeks. Clap them alien ass cheeks. What up, Digital Star Fox dude? Oregon Rogue, what up, what up, what up? Dominic Shannon, yo. Andrew Bueno, yo. Clap for the Wolfman. Thanks, Frieza. I'm gonna clap them alien ass cheeks. Hoodie hoo, hoodie hoo. What? Yeah. Yay. Which one of the last video? I don't even remember which one I published. What city is which department in? The one, where they, I want to say Maryland. Yeah, I believe it's Maryland. Montgomery County, Maryland. I forget, dude. I've had a long day. I was on the road all day. I swear I saw 20 cops, at least 20 cops. Wish we had someone in Australia doing videos on cops. How about you, brother? Get out there. All right, let me read you this story, man, since there's 80 some people in here. I'm glad you're all here. Thank you for all coming in. So let's read this story here. Bad apple? Question mark. Thank you, GGF. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to go back and read the comments. Let me do this story real quick. Bad apple? Question mark. Every cop in this department has been convicted of domestic violence, semicolon. One is a sex offender. The whole department been convicted of domestic violence. Stebbins, Alaska. I always want to say Arkansas when it says AK, or I want to say 47, AK 47. Stebbins, Alaska. A disturbing report out of ProPublica and the Anchorage Daily News exposes just how easy it is for criminals. There's a lot of thunder and lightning. Just how easy it is for criminals who have been convicted of heinous crimes to become cops. In one town in Alaska, the bad apple excuse goes completely out the window, as every single cop on the force has been convicted of domestic violence, with one of the cops being a registered sex offender. One of these cops is Nimron Mike, who never thought he'd be hired as a police officer, but applied anyway. According to the report, Mike was a registered sex offender and had served 6 years behind bars in Alaska's jails and prisons. He'd been convicted of assault, domestic violence, vehicle theft, groping a woman, hindering prosecution, reckless driving, drunken driving, and choking a woman unconscious in an attempted sexual assault, among other crimes. Now he's a cop in Alaska. Nevertheless, when Mike put in his application, he was hired immediately. But Mike is only one of 7 cops in the town who has a history of beating and raping women. Every other cop on the force, including the current police chief, has a criminal record involving abuse of women, as ProPublica reports. Crap them cheeks. Snow pigs. The 7-man police force has served a combined 6 years in jails, prisons, and halfway houses on dozens of criminal charges. That doesn't include Mike, who was terminated on March 29th, city records show. He says he wasn't given a reason, but the city administrator said it was because he wasn't responding to calls and didn't get along with another officer. The first of its kind investigation by the Daily News and ProPublica has found that at least 14 cities in Alaska have employed police officers whose criminal records should have prevented them from being hired under Department of Public Safety regulations. The news organizations identified more than 34 officers who should have been ineligible for these jobs. In all but 3 cases, the police hires were never reported to the city governments, to the state regulatory board as required. This is shocking, man, isn't it? In 8 additional communities, local tribal governments have hired tribal police officers convicted of domestic violence or sex crimes. Woo! Alaska the free. William, isn't that where you live? All 42 of these tribal and city police officers have rap sheets that would prevent them from being hired by the Anchorage Police Department and its urban peers, as Alaska state troopers or even as private security guards most anywhere else in the United States. Many remain on the job today. It's outrageous that we have a situation where we have such a lack of public safety that communities are resorting to hiring people who have the propensity for violence, said Melanie Blank, a board member for the Alaska Federation of Natives, which represent 191 tribes, and placing them in a position where they have control over people and possibly could victimize the victims even further. That's like a frontier mentality, said Bonke. Indeed it is, but it's not just Alaska either. The average rate of families who experience domestic violence in the country is around 10%. When we look at police officers' families, however, that number quadruples. As the National Center for Women and Policing points out, 2 studies have found that at least 40% of police officer families experience domestic violence. I love repeating this over and over and over and over. That means out of the approximately 1 million police officers in the United States, 400,000 of them are domestic family abusers. The most recent data on the matter shows that officer-involved domestic violence, or OIDV, is a major problem. Individuals who are the victims of domestic violence at the hands of police officers, batterers, are often in a unique and particularly vulnerable situation, unlike most victims of domestic violence, where the success of the protective efforts depends on the cooperation of law enforcement. Those subject to officer-involved domestic violence may, for a variety of reasons, be unable to secure the assistance they seek. This is particularly troublesome in light of increased rates of domestic violence in police officer families. Even more startling than the fact that 40% of police officers' families experiencing domestic violence is the fact that the number is likely far higher, as it is estimated that much of it goes unreported, of course. According to Lee Goodmark, author of Hands Up at Home, Militarized Masculinity and Police Officers Who Commit Intimate Partner. The data on intimate partner abuse by police officers are both dated and potentially flawed, but in ways that make it more likely abuse is being under rather than over-reported. Most of the studies rely on self-reporting by police officers to establish prevalence of abuse. Self-reporting is a notoriously unreliable measure. As one study noted, the issue of reliability of self-reports data is problematic when considering any socially undesirable behavior. The problem of police violence oftentimes comes out in full display in the form of violent murder-suicides. Yes, we had 2 in Tampa within weeks of each other. In December, the nation was shocked to hear about the tragedy that unfolded in Plant City, Florida, there you go, in which Hillsborough County Sheriff's deputy killed his wife, his daughter, and granddaughter, then confessed to their murders over his agency radio before killing himself. That's a hero, right? Terriel Strawn, 58, a sheriff's office veteran who was once named Officer of the Year, was the perpetrator. It is unclear how much abuse his family suffered before he made the ultimate decision to murder all of them. In less serious cases, police have been seen beating their wives or girlfriends in public while in uniform. And you think they're going to care about you, or the law, or the Constitution, or the Bill of Rights? Hi, Kelly. As the Free Thought Project reported last year, Officer Ian Ray and his girlfriend attended McGavock Elementary School for a child's graduation when the two got into a verbal argument during the ceremony. Ray, the cop, was in uniform at the time, and multiple witnesses reported seeing police officer grab his girlfriend around the neck or hair and brutalize her. During the altercation, witnesses called police who showed up and then arrested the officer. Well, at least they did that. In that case, the officer was arrested. Sadly, however, many of these abusive cops are protected by their own departments, and when an abused spouse or girlfriend attempts to get help, they are ignored and their abuser is protected. A government-appointed watchdog group shows that most of the time the abusive officers commit these crimes with seeming impunity. A study conducted by Domestic Violence Task Force called Domestic Violence in the Los Angeles Police Department, How Well Does the Los Angeles Police Department Police Its Own, revealed that performance evaluation of cops with a history of domestic violence are largely unaffected. The study of LAPD examined 91 cases in which allegation of domestic violence was sustained against an officer. Over 3/4 of the time, that's 75% of the time, this sustained allegation was not mentioned in the officer's performance evaluation. 26 of these officers, 29%, were promoted, including 6 who were promoted within 2 years of the incident of domestic violence. Sadly, it is estimated that many of the abused women never come forward as they know the likely result, which is getting shamed by the department for reporting it and potentially more abuse. Diane Wettendorf, a specialist on police abuse, points out the most common fears when reporting police domestic abuse in her handbook. If your abuser is an officer of the law, you may be afraid to call the police. He is the police. Go to a shelter. He knows where all the shelters are located. Have him arrested. Responding officers may invoke the code of silence, of course, blue line. Take him to court. It's your word against that of an officer, and he knows the system. Drop the charges. You could lose any future credibility if you drop the charges. Seek a conviction. He'll probably lose his job and retaliate against you. These fears can make someone feel incredibly trapped and feel like there's no way out. Moral of that story, don't ever date a cop or marry a cop, ever. You are basically saying, I'll take the 60% chance, or 50. It's a 50-50. Let me flip this coin and marry this cop, and hopefully he's not 1 out of 2 abusers in this country. If you or someone is a victim of this type of abuse, we encourage you to no longer remain silent. As long as people go unpunished for their abuse, they will continue to dole it out. And that's Matt Agris from the Free Thought Project and ProPublica and all that stuff. All right. Man, that took 13 minutes to do that, huh? Time for my arm to get tired. Scroll through all the comments. Sorry for the shakiness. Hi, Maddie. I said hi to you guys. Clap Nation, Logan, what up, what up, what up, Scott, Princess, hi, Frieza, Sandra, what up? We're gonna clap them cheeks. We're gonna go inside Area 51 and we're gonna clap them alien ass cheeks. You know what I'm saying? Dude, I drove by Burger King today and they have a 99-cent taco. Yes, Burger King has a taco. And am I like, oh man, Burger King, what are you doing with tacos? No, I'm like, I want one right now. Now, I want to try a damn Burger King taco. Why? I don't know why. So first thing I do is I get on YouTube and I find this guy who's buying the Burger King taco through the drive-thru. He's like, I'm gonna record myself eating this when I get home. So then he's home. Next thing I know, this dude's got like makeup on and pink lipstick. This is a dude like sitting in with like a basketball jersey on, lipstick and painted eyes. He's like, well, I like it. I like it. I like the Burger King taco. I wish it was pink. No, I don't. Last video was nuts. What up, Rick? I don't know what city they're in. Jingy, what up? Fitzcam. Fitzcam, go sub to Fitzcam. He's asking for subs. Dominic, what up? Robert Trucker. We wish we had someone in Australia. Love how you tell your comedian cursing voices about the cops. Thanks, Eric. Yes. And lo que insistas fue excelente. I think that means something good, or excelente. What up, Buffalo, New York? Thanks, GGF. I need a lawsuit, and I need it now, okay? I need to record cops in Oregon. Yes, you do. Hi, Phoenix Cop Watch. My dummy thick cheeks are alerting my guards. Fitzcam still needs love. Give Fitzcam some love, people. What are you doing? Story time. Eric, everyone, go to fairdui.org and look up your state. They have a flyer for every state. You see the video, Santa and a cop getting head in the alley by a bum? I have not seen that. Send me the link on Facebook Messenger. Air cooled accountability. I think I watched something of yours today or covered it or something. Was that you? What's up, guy? I love you too. Ricky rolled. Snow pigs. That's funny. Hello, Raymondo. I don't know how I watch all the videos and I still don't know the laws. Write them down, dude. Put them in your phone. No, don't put them in your phone. You need your phone to record. Grab a little something. You know what you can do is write them down, shrink them down, print them real small. If I give you power to limit my choices, will you use that power against me? Am I here about that matter? Am I here to testify? Am I obliged to? All right, real Jingy. What is that a poem? Is that a haiku? I shot the sheriff, boom, 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 but I did not shoot no deputy. Tell us about immigration. What about immigration? I already said we're in Alaska. Go watch it again. Can I see the out? Okay, Jingy. We heard you the first time, man. Don't start repeating yourselves. Yes, hit the like button. It is Rick rolled. Sex offender police officer. That's right, Josh. Tribal police. Yeah, I worked at the casino. They really had something to prove. It is storming in my neighborhood. Hard. Lightning storm, but not rain so far. Fitzcam, Joe Public just subscribed to you. Pigs love beating women. Probably. Hi, Texas. Our Texas freedom. The chief has a criminal record, yes. You can't go live, huh, Fitzcam? Why not? Christopher Dorner. I'm glad you brought up Christopher Dorner, harass and violate. While Christopher Dorner did break the law and all that stuff and blah, 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 he lashed out because the LAPD is extremely corrupt. And all these people say, oh, you could never fight the government. They got tanks and missiles. Christopher Dorner, one guy had several states on high danger alert, and they were spending millions in resources trying to find one guy. Now imagine a group of 500 guys or 100 groups of 100 guys are just around. They don't even stand a chance unless they want to nuke everybody. America's too big and we're well too armed for that. And if the cops are trying to get that to happen and they keep escalating, now they're carrying AR-15s. What do they need AR-15s for? Are they planning some type of war? Or do they think that the way they keep escalating their police stuff, people are going to want to start shooting them? It's just stop. Go back to the Constitution. If there's no victim and there's no damages and no one's trespassing or violating anyone else's rights, leave them